see things. So I know there's a couple minutes delay between when I'm talking and when you hear what I say and when you write back. And so that's why there's this little weird delay. So if any of you fantastic students are out there and have any questions about the third exam, please feel free to start shooting up some questions. If not, I'm going to go through a few things for those of you that are watching the replay, just to review some things you might want to know. So remember, this exam, the third exam, will be 50 multiple choice questions like the other two exams. Pretty straightforward. We're going to be covering chapters or topic 11, which is new product development, topic 12, which is service marketing, topic 13, which is pricing, topic 14, which is can you tell it's been a long break? Is supply chain management. And then topic 15 is advertising and integrated marketing communication. So those are the 5 topics that are going to be on the third exam. Okay. Question can be set up the same way, multiple choice stuff. I mean, we're not reinventing the wheel here. We're on the third exam. So you kind of know what you should be expecting, what you should expect from me. Also, for the final exam, so remember, the exam is this Thursday, okay, December 3rd, and you should have from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. to do it. Remember, you only get 80 minutes, okay? If you're on the DRES exam, I'm putting in those today to give you an extra time limit, so you have the extra time, okay? For those of you that are taking the confident exam, maybe you slept in. It happens. I don't judge. When you missed that third exam, the confident exam for the third exam is on Monday, I think from Monday the 7th of December, from 5 to 8 p.m. So you can get online, 80 minutes, 5 essay questions. I mean, there's one from each topic, so you have that. And you don't have to sign up for it. You oversleep, don't worry about it. You miss it, you don't worry. You don't feel good, you don't want to take it, it's fine. Okay? So we'll have that. Now, looking at the final, okay, our final is the 11th. It's Friday the 11th of December, okay? And so you'll have that. And it's a different time because a lot of you be like, oh, we're going to do it at the same evening times. It is not the same time because it's finals. I have to go with the final time frame. So I think it's from 1 p.m. till 5 p.m. and you have 80 minutes to do it. Okay, it's 50 multiple choice questions from the entire semester, okay? From topic 1 to topic 15. It can come from anywhere, all right? Same kind of question, stuff like that. You'll be okay, but I just want you to know that. But if you want to take the conflict final exam, that is from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Monday, December 14th, okay? So you missed the final, you can take that one. And remember, I'm only taking your top 3 scores. So if you do the first 3 exams, you're like, dude, I'm fine with what I have. Totally fine. Don't have to take it. Makes my life easier, so I don't have to grade more stuff to grade. So thank you. But I think it was like a quarter of the students didn't take one of the first 2 exams. So I guess a few people missed this third exam too. So make sure you do take 3 of the 4 exams because otherwise it's kind of hard to get you a good grade if you don't take all like 3 of the 4, okay? Now, some people ask me about the quizzes. Remember, I'm only taking the top 8 quizzes, so I'm dropping the 3 lowest scores. And that first quiz, don't forget, everyone gets full credit, so don't worry about it. So that one's going to count. Even if you didn't do the first one, I'm going to give you the credit for it. So those students that did not do any of the quizzes, and there actually are about 15 students who did 0 quizzes, but they still took the exams. They at least get 1, so hey, there you go. So a little bonus points. Also, the bonus points, you will get all bonus points. Even if I drop your second exam, you'll still get the 5 points bonus. I'm just going to give all those in because I know like curves and all this kind of stuff. I don't do curves. We'll just leave those points in. So if you don't use it, you're fine. Okay? So don't worry about that. Same thing for the quiz points. I'll still keep in those bonus points. For those of you asking about extra credit stuff, because oddly enough, I get a lot of extra credit questions at the last week of classes. Remember, today was the day you had to turn in your Save the World project. So that's over. All right. Those points I'll be putting in later this week. So if you wrote one, if you're 3 points, it'll have, I think it's 30 points. I guess 30 points. However many it is, what I have, that will show up. If it's not in by Friday night, so like, you check on Saturday, Sunday, you don't have the points in, it'll say like Save the World extra credit in Compass. If that's not there, just send me an email to like make sure I have it, because I found that some of them actually ended up in spam. So if you don't see it there by, like, let's say Monday next week, just send me another email with a copy again, and hunt me down. Okay. So we have that. I'm trying to figure out, what is this? Weird. Who knows? Yeah. See, when you stare, see you when you stare at the camera and do this, you're like, I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at myself. Like, God, man, I need a shave and to grow some hair. Anyway, so no questions yet. Other things to ask. Oh, so some people asked if I teach any other courses. I actually do teach another course. I teach BADM 395 social media marketing. I sent out an email to y'all today with a video that talks about the class. And if you want to take it, anybody can take it on campus. It's open to anybody. It's not just business students. Because it's in a winter semester or a summer term, all those courses are open. There's no prerequisites for it at all, so you can take it, no problem. If you've taken 320, you're fine. You'll be fine to roll in there. But we'll cover a lot of social media marketing stuff, more search and optimization, content creation. We'll look at buying habits online and social media. So we'll have some ideas there to hopefully if you want to start your own social media empire, it can help you out. Because I know some of you do, because I've talked to quite a few students about starting their own social media empire. So it might be a good class to take if you're looking to go in that route. If you're going to look, and I know a bunch of people asked about entertainment and sports marketing and stuff like that. Those ones, that the social media marketing course would be a really good class to take. I know it's winter term. I'm also doing it in the summer term 1. That would be a good class to take because that's a really big thing for entertainment marketing and sports marketing and music marketing, stuff like that. So a class to look forward to. And what's cool is I actually help you develop your own online portfolio so you can be a rock star. And when you go to interviews, like, look, here's what I've already done. So you have some stuff there. Aviv, hey, good to see you again. My mom loves your videos. Tell your mom thanks. Tell her I appreciate it. I'm guessing are you back home now? Because I guess everybody's back home now, or most everybody. Hope everybody got home safe. And you're adjusting well to being back with your parents if you're back with home. And if you're not in a great situation, I hope you're doing okay. And hopefully we get you back here in January, back with other students and go back to a little bit more normal college life. Because I know it kind of sucks right now. So yeah, but in terms of the third exam, I mean, honestly, it's pretty straightforward. Tricky stuff. There's nothing really super tricky. I mean, it's an intro course, so it's not. I'm not the weed out class. Okay, I'm here to give you the basics, to give you an idea to go out there, because it doesn't matter what your degree is. You're going to use marketing. You have to. You have to get people to buy. You have to get people to believe in you. You have to talk to people. So we're giving you a lot of stuff that'll help you out. But I'm going to be on here till 8:30 because if students have questions, I'm going to be here. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Any question is fine by me. And it doesn't have to be about the exam because you all are super smart. I mean, you go to University of Illinois, so obviously you're super intelligent. I went there too. I was intelligent. I don't know what I am now, but whatever. As my son would say, I'm cringy. So apologies. Yes, this was the week I was not cool enough to go to the store in the mall with them. My son was like, didn't tell me. He's good like that. He didn't tell me. He told my wife. It's like, that's so cringy. Like, I can't go to Foot Locker with him. I'm like, so I took him to a different store to get his shoe size. It's like, now you know your shoe size. You can go in by yourself if you need to. But I had gotten new shoes and those shoes were okay. So then it was like, okay, you can come in with me. Gotta love it. Maybe one day he'll like me again. Now he does. He's a good kid. Some other things I want to talk about. So next semester, I'm going to be I'm filming a bunch of videos right now for professional development. I'm filming a bunch on like presentation skills, career advice. I just put out a video yesterday on how to ask for a raise and not get fired. I'm putting together a lot of these kind of like things you need to know finishing school and things to be success later on. So if you have any topics you'd like a video on or something like that I can put together, please let me know. Because this is something I used to do in my capstone course, because I did a lot with the capstone course for marketing to help people prepare for their jobs in the real world. And since I don't have that course anymore, I want to put this stuff together so it's a resource for students. I know most of you don't watch the videos anyway in the class, and that sucks. But These videos for those that want to learn have some other stuff. I will be putting these together. I see I've filmed how to have a handle in your career. I have that one out. How to ask for a raise. How to say no gracefully. How to deal with difficult people. I just filmed that one. There's a lot of other videos. It's kind of like I used to do this class. It was like 18 things I wish I knew before I finished school. And I'm putting those together. So I'll have some stuff like that. And hopefully they'll be in geese groups. We're trying to put something together for that. Ansi Lee, Professor Wolters is young and sexy. Says there's many rumors around saying that he bought a supercar. That's right. This is the class. I had that in one of the exams. I like it. I like it. Thanks. That makes me happy. Thank you. Let's see. Waji, hello, Professor. First of all, I think you are a super genius now. Aw, hush now. Let me just check the grade book. Oh, bonus points. Anyways, I had a question regarding the extra Sona experiments. This is actually a good question. I've completed 4 Sona experiments and I'm falling short of 2. So, Waji, usually there'll be like a rush like this week and next week there'll still be some more out there because you can still sign up because they run them through, at least back in the pre-COVID days, we would actually run these through reading day, and then the reading day, that's when you would assign the points. So there still should be some up there. So if you go and check, some might still show up. So you can try to get those last 2. I mean, you're doing fine. I mean, I don't know what your grade is. I can't say that out loud, but you're doing fine. But like you want to get those last 2, there should be some that still pop up. Now, if you're wondering why they don't show up on the grade book on Compass, that is because they don't like Sona is like. So I'm marketing faculty, right? And I do my teaching, but Sona is like this other thing. It's like its own thing. Like I know the person that's technically in charge of it, but they're not even really in charge. Like it's this over there. So what happens is the beginning of the year, that's why I'm always like, hey, make sure you're getting signed up, make sure you're on Compass, stuff like this, and the syllabus quiz, because then I have everybody's name, I have everybody's stuff in it, then I send them a list of my students, and then they populate their like an Excel spreadsheet, and then they put it all together. And so I guess probably like the 14th or 15th, they usually send me an Excel spreadsheet with all 1,100 names in the class, and it says how many studies people did. And then I will do that, and I will put those studies in to the grade book. And so you'll probably get an email from me like the 14th or 15th. Be like, it might be earlier, it might be late. It just depends when they send it to me. And be like, hey, I got the extra credit points in, Sona experiments in. This is how it's graded. Make sure it's okay. Because honestly, I can't see anything when it comes to Sona. I just get an Excel spreadsheet at the end of the year. That's why I feel really bad when people ask me questions about it. I'm like, I mean, I can't even enter into it because I'm a faculty member, so my like net ID, that M Walter thing, won't even let me in. So that's the thing there. So I hope that helps. Okay, Laurel, can you go over information versus emotional versus media appeal? Okay, so basically, it's better to go for informational appeal versus emotional appeal. So informational appeal, this is when I'm kind of appealing to your sense of logic. It's like, look, this book has the practical exam you need to learn and all the slides for the entire semester so you can be prepared to be a success. So I've given you information. That's the appeal. Like, you want to go to a good grade, right? And so all the information is here because having a good grade, knowing all the information, it helps you get a good grade. So informational appeal. Like, I'm telling you these things. But if I say, haha, look, there's funny piggies on here. Don't you like the piggies? Doesn't it look like this piggy? Look, we're twins. Ha ha. And I'm trying to use humor to get you to like and go, oh, I guess I'll get the piggy book because my piggy professor made it. I'm trying to like get your emotions and appeal to that. That's why you'll see like the sex sells and fear sells and humor sells. You're like laughing at Doritos ads, and Doritos don't make you laugh. They're just tasty chips. But the appeal is in the emotion that makes you happy, and so that drives you to want to buy. So I hope that helps. Stella, Professor, can you do something about the quizzes so we can see the right answers? They should be opened up. If you go into the course Q&A on Compass, if you go in there, there's actually a discussion thread that goes through how you can see the questions, because they were working earlier in the semester for everyone to see, but you have to go in and click on your quiz and then the things. But again, this is one of those things. This is why I hate Compass so much because I can't see like yours. Like I can't do what you do because since I'm not a student, I can't take the exam. And so therefore I can't go in and say like, what did I miss? What did I get right? And so, but there's a thing in there, Stella, that will tell you how to go over it. Okay. Let's see. Shame. Hi, Professor. I'm looking at the Professor Wolters website. I'm not able to find a link to the Exam 3 study guide. I'm missing something, or will this page become live anytime soon? Here, I had sent it at one of the announcements before, but I'm going to put a link in here. So give me a sec. Because I think I have like a turbo study guide or something like that. Because there should be a link to the study guide on that main page in 320, but I'm gonna look. Don't mind me. I'm just clicking through things while you're working hard, and I'm just worthless. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. Principles of marketing. I'm also looking at my playlists. Okay. Oh, it's not. Wow, it's not linked. You're right. Thank you for letting me know that. That sucks. Hold on. So I've got the Turbo playlist. All right, make sure it's all there. Yeah. Okay. So sorry. Here, I apologize for you that are writing. Here is the Turbo playlist. So, Shane, can you see if that link works for you? Because that should come up with the playlist. So, okay, Laura wants to know about persuasive advertising. I can't seem to tell the difference between informative advertising versus persuasive. So, it's informative and persuasive. Think of it this way. If all I do is talk about my website or my company, I'm just informing you about it. But once I start to compare it to a competitor, then it's trying to persuade you away from them. So if I say, our battery lasts for 7 hours, that's informative. If I say, our battery lasts 7 hours longer than our competitor, that's persuasive because I'm trying to change your opinion on something. So let me know if that helps. Awesome. I'm glad it works. And I'm going to actually send that out on Compass because I thought that was on there. So I do apologize. Thank you. This is why I'm glad we have these classes. Those students, I'll owe you a soda or a beer or whatever students give each other these days for finding that for me, buddy. Thank you very much. This is why I hate not having classes with y'all. Like it's just, I mean, I love teaching, but I love teaching y'all like face to face. Like I miss having you, in the classroom. I was actually filming today in 141 Woolers where we would have had class, and I'm like, it's just not the same without the students here. But apparently, so for you out there, apparently next summer, 141 Woolers is going to get a whole new redo. All the chairs are supposed to have outlets with USB plugs. Now, if that actually happens, we'll see. But that's the rumor that's going around. They said a thing out, so that's kind of cool. And then they're gonna because they're gonna be like redoing Woolers Hall starting like in January through December. Different parts of the building are going to be like getting renovated. So something out there. So here, I'm going to send this email out. So I'll just call it Exam 3 Study Guide Playlist. Yes, I can spell. Thanks to one of you awesome students, you pointed. Okay. Hold on, let's see if there's a question I can talk about while I do this. Let's see. I'm glad I can help, Laurel. Thank you to student SU for pointing out a dead link. Here is the Exam 3 Turbo Study Guide to help you learn, help you study. There we go. Help you study for Exam 3. Good luck. All right. Sorry. I know you're like, why is he talking to himself? Because like all other people, when you're trying to type something out, it always works better if you talk to yourself while you do it. And then I have to click on this and open a new window because it won't work any other way because Compass is like so 1995. Send a copy and it's announcement right away. Submit. And then we sit here and wait for about 10 minutes before it actually sends out. So let's go back to the questions. Let's see. Aviv, do you have any 300, 400 level courses that an entrepreneurship major could take? Yes, I do. And Aviv, if you check your email from earlier today in announcements, we're looking at announcements, I sent out a thing about my BADM 395 social media marketing course that I will be teaching this winter term and this summer term. Because I do all these 320 classes that takes up all my like fall, spring, like legal teaching time. So then I do extra courses, and this is my extra course is social media marketing. And as entrepreneurship, an entrepreneur, you're going to use social media to market your business because it's the cheap way to go. So if you want to take it, it's 4 weeks. It's set up like this class. There's the videos. I probably have 90% of the videos are already up online. There's a couple of the days I'll have live feeds to go over some of the stuff that I haven't had time to make all the videos yet. Because that's a relatively new course. I'd only taught the first time in the summer, and I did most of it live because I was supposed to teach it abroad. So I've been trying to make these. So you don't get all the really cool like Rwanda and Tanzania and Italy things. There's a lot of cornfield in Illinois. Hallway in my house. So the backgrounds aren't as cool in the video, but there is that. But that could be something for you. So it's BADM 395. BADM 395 social media marketing. And I did a little summary video that I did send out an announcement. It's on Compass and it's in your email. So if you want to check that out. Okay. So I hope you'll be there. They do set the class limit at 300 students. So you should be able to get a spot. It will be a lot of grading for me. They're like, oh no, it's usually like 30 or 50 students. They're like, but just in case we open up to 300. I'm like, what? So what else do we have? Anyone else put in any COVID pounds on this semester? I was doing so well like till like August, and then it was like sucks. You're very welcome for the email. I'm glad I could send it out. It worked well. So I'm going to guess for the emails you'll have from me, you'll have one email probably next week. Well, I'll send the study guides are just, I'll send the turbo study guides for exam 1, 2, and 3 for the final. And then I'll send that out. And then I usually send out I'll probably send out a thank you email and remind people that you please do your ISIS forms. It does make a difference for professors like myself because students, for me, my students' opinion matter for me, and I like to learn how to be better. So, a cool thing happened to me today. It was cool. I got announced that I was one of the top 50 teaching professors in the country. And there's actually 3 undergraduate teaching professors at U of I in Geese that were awarded one of the 50 top undergraduate business professors. So that's really cool. So you got some good teachers out there. So not just good professors, but good teaching people too. So that was kind of cool. That was really awesome. Little thing there. Okay, Ansel, which product life cycle focuses on process innovation? Okay, so when you're looking at the industry life cycle, because my brain works. So you have the introduction phase, and you have the growth phase, the maturity phase, and the decline phase, right? And so in the introduction phase and growth phase, what you have is product innovation. Because think about innovation or introduction phase, it's a new product, it's something new. And as we grow, we start changing a bit more. So product innovation is a big part. But once you get to the maturity phase, everything's kind of the same. So we're not really making new products. We start switching to process innovation. How do we make it cheaper? Okay. And so a lot of times that process innovation will go along with cost leadership, and the product innovation will go together with differentiation strategies. Okay. So I hope that helps. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Laurel. Thank you, Aviv. So let's see. So let me know if that helps at all. And I'm going to check my social media real quick to see if there's any students that send any questions through there. or on my U of I email. Because, yeah. Hey, I have a question. Do all of you know how the email works? Because some students wrote me and said they had a trouble with the email, getting the emails from me. So I hope everybody's getting their emails from me. I mean, I guess you would know you were getting it if you didn't have them, but something out there. If you have friends that you're like, hey, did you know we're doing this? And they didn't know, please let me know so I can make sure that we're all getting our stuff. So I'm just seeing if there's any questions in here that I can answer for people that send in emails. Let's see. No. All right. I have one student signed up. Yes. For BADM 395. So, hey, we got that. Yeah, no questions on there. I'm checking on Twitter now.
Good night.
Night, but at 8:30?
Yeah.
Okay. Love you.
I'm gonna watch Netflix.
Oh, you're gonna watch Netflix. Okay, I feel better now. Yeah. Anytime your 14-year-old tells you they're going to bed and it's 8:30, you don't trust them. Note to self. Note to you. Don't trust them. They're trying to get you. All right, so we got some other notifications here. I want to see if there's any other questions. Let's see. My house is falling apart because my kids, their favorite pastime for the last 9 months is beating the crap out of each other. But in a good way, because, it's like an hour and a half beating the crap out of each other and having fun with it. And then one goes just a wee bit too far, and then it's just, I mean, if you had brothers and sisters, you know what I'm talking about, because it was the same when I was a kid. So there's that. Here, well, yeah, I'm gonna put the link to the article, so you can see him. Hold on one sec. Where would it go? Rinda one. Here, Ari1, Ari Gamilla. Hold on, I'm looking for the article here. Dang it. I gotta go. You know how it is, they put like 19 things, and you're like, could you just make it so I can find what I'm looking for? Wow, they put out a lot of tweets. There it is. No, not the picture. Okay, so Michael Bednar is one, and Aravinda Garmella is one, and Mark Wolters is one. So Ari's really nice. She's a good person. And Bednar is a good dude too, but I don't get to see him too much. Like only time I really got to talk to him, he comes to my class every year to talk about one of his courses to get to drum up some students to come. If you end up being like a leader for like Business 301 or something like that, he would be the professor that's with it, running it. So hold on, I'm trying to get there's the link. Yeah, they're not if you're on the spam link. Believe me, Ansel, I'm sure there's a few students that have put me on the spam link, so there is that. Okay, Laura, what is price discrimination and price fixing? Okay, so both are illegal. Always remember that. Okay, but price discrimination, some price discrimination isn't illegal, hence the student discounts, or senior citizens discounts, or veteran discounts, those kind of things. That's actually price discrimination when you actually have different prices based on arbitrary reasoning. Okay? Usually it is illegal. You can't say, well, I don't give discounts to fat people. It's only skinny people that get discounts. Well, you can't do that. There's certain things that can. It can't be, a student, that's why it's usually 18 or under, or a student ID kind of stuff. I mean, remember back when we used to go to the movies and you whip out your student card? Dude, I used my U of I student card until I was like 30 because that thing worked like a charm. There was no expiration date on it. It was awesome. Now the one I have now, they're like, oh, university. Like, oh, it says faculty. I'm like, so there's that. But price discrimination is just when you have different prices based on for different groups, and there's no real reasoning behind it. It's just kind of like happens. Now, price fixing, that is when different companies work together to fix or set a price And that is illegal. You're not allowed to do that. That's why, like, if you look on books, if you go to if you go to Barnes and Noble, you'll see they'll have these books, and I don't know if I have a. Let's see, I'll grab all these. Is it on here? No, dang. Oh, here it is. Yes, I have. This is a first edition Garfield, his very first book. From when I was a kid, I at least loved Garfield. But up on here it says $5.95 in the USA, $7.95 in Canada. Now, that is, like, when I bought the book, I'm going to guess that might not have been the price I paid, because that's the manufacturer's suggested retail price. They can't force you to charge them. They could just suggest it, because if they force these things to happen, that would be price fixing. Now, there's two different kinds of price fixing I talk about in the class. There's vertical price fixing and horizontal price fixing. And vertical price fixing is when different levels of the supply chain are working together to charge people more. So let's say Rolls-Royce, who makes the engines for airplane, and Boeing work together to charge a higher price when they sell those planes to Delta Airlines, right? So they're colluding together to fix the price, and that's illegal. You can't do that, okay? Now, it's very tough to prove because you need that email saying, let's fix the price, ha ha ha. That's why it's hard to prove, but it does happen. I mean, ADM over in Decatur has had multiple executives go to jail for price fixing, so you got to be careful with that. Then there's what's called horizontal price fixing. And horizontal price fixing is when people on the same level work together to kind of set a price, fix a price, which is illegal. So like if all the gas stations in Champaign-Urbana said, you know what, we're going to charge $10 a gallon for gas. Is there anything you can do? No, you can't, because you're like, I don't have any. There's nowhere else I can go. I have to have gas. And so you're stuck paying $10 a gallon when it's like $1.70 or $1.80 or whatever. And so that's why they don't like price fixing, because it can really hurt. It usually ends up hurting the end customer, because they're the one who has to pay the higher price. So I hope that helps, Laura. Let me know. Ka-chow Tang. Main difference between maturity and decline phase. So in maturity phase, basically what you have is the growth in sales stops. It maintains. And so what happens here is people are more or less just replacing the phones they had before. Mobile phones. Are you buying your first mobile phone anymore? No, you've already had one, so you're just replacing it, okay? In the maturity phase and the decline phase, you really focus on process innovation. You're focused on making things cheaper, and that's where you're making more money, because you're not really adding anything. Let's be honest. Can they put anything in a phone that's really going to make you like, oh my God, I want to pay an extra $1,000 for it? Probably not, okay? Now, what happens is in the decline phase, though, usually the decline phase comes when a new kind of innovation comes in. So if you look at it, CDs had plateaued, and then streaming service came, and boom, CDs dropped off. You look at VHS tapes; they died off when the DVD came, and then the DVD started dying off when streaming services came, right? And so usually there's something that happens that kind of pulls people away from buying that product from that industry. In the decline phase, you'll see the decline in sales, hence the decline thing. And you see a lot of companies will actually drop out of the market, because like, why would Sony make VHS players anymore? There's no point. They're looking at other things. But there still are people that buy VHS things, and you can still grab a VHS player every so often. Okay, so I hope that can help a bit. JG115, what's variable cost again versus fixed cost? Did you not take Econ 101? Come on. I'm just kidding. So a fixed cost is no matter what happens, you have to pay it. So for example, I have to pay my mortgage every month. It doesn't matter if I live here or I'm traveling or whatever. It's going to be the exact same amount of money every single time. Hence a fixed. It doesn't change, okay? If I use it or not, it's a fixed cost. Now, on the other side, you have what are called variable costs, okay? Variable costs are variable. They change over time. So my electricity, my light here, hey, my electricity bill is variable. Because if I travel for a month, my electricity bill is way, way, way down because I'm not using it. But we've been stuck at home for 9 months, so we're using the internet all the time, we're using the lights all the time, we're using all this stuff all the time, Xbox, Switch, all this stuff. My electrical bill goes up, so that variable cost goes up. Okay, so fixed costs always the same. Variable costs can go up and down. So I hope that helps. So Laurel is asking, I got it, but why is price discrimination illegal for students, senior citizen kids? Still seems somewhat arbitrary. Yeah, Laurel, it does. That's why they have certain things that are kind of protected by it when they make the law about it. So I've asked that question myself, and that's where it really kind of comes down to. So, other questions? Hey, we've got questions till 8:35. It's a new record. I'm loving it. Let's see. I hear my kids are upstairs fighting over watching Netflix. Yay! So, what else can I tell you? I don't know. Any other questions, concerns, comments, anything? Anybody? Anything? 21, 21. I have no idea where my kid got that from. So can you hear that? Can you hear them upstairs? I'm not going to be surprised they come falling through my ceiling. Anyway, so I'll wait a couple more minutes if anyone doesn't have any other questions. I appreciate y'all being on here. It means a lot to have you on here. And it's nice when y'all come on, even if you just come on for a bit to say, even if you don't comment or like or say anything or ask a question, I appreciate y'all popping on. And for everybody that asks questions, thank you very much. It means a lot. And I hope you had a good semester. I know this has been yet another messed up semester. I hope next semester goes a bit better with the courses. I know a lot of classes are going to be online. I know a lot of you started to sign up for classes. One thing, if there's courses you can't get into, make sure you check and see what the restrictions are, because some are restricted to certain majors until a certain time, and then it opens up to everybody. So make sure you're seeing that, because for those of you that are the business minor, you remember you had to wait till everyone else signed up for everything and then the class opened up for you. Some classes will do that too. So just be find out what those days are, because I can't find out the days when my online class for the spring opens up, because I got 50 emails today for people going, hey, I want to get in your online class. I'm like, it doesn't open up until I don't have a date. So I have to figure those things out. And so yes, I have a 100-pound Doberman / Bulldog, American Bulldog mix. So he's big. He's a big boy. Let's see. Okay, I'm glad you can hear the kids. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Laurel, any travel plans for winter break? So I don't know what we're gonna do over winter break. We went during the fall semester. We spent a month in Wyoming, Idaho, and Montana, and then we came that. We were there all September. That's why you had all those videos from there. And then we only got back yesterday. Yesterday? No, we got back on Sunday. We went to Texas, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Arkansas. We went to Branson, Missouri. So we did another month-long trip then, because it was just empty. Well, this time it wasn't as empty. The other trip, when we went out west, it was really empty, but down south it wasn't so much. We were pretty busy. It was pretty busy. Still tested negative, so that was good when I got back. Let's see. What else? So I think for December, we're probably just going to stay around the area. We might do some stuff, we might go over to Indianapolis or Bloomington or something like that, just to kind of stay around here, because it was good to get out and do those 2 trips, because my kids were going off the walls. We were going off the walls. It was just good to kind of get out and see some stuff. JG1115. Also, any other classes you teach next semester that are open for any UIUC students? So they have me teaching 320 for the fall and spring semesters. I just teach all the 320 stuff. The only things I have open is a winter course and a summer course. Summer term 1 and winter is BADM 395 social media marketing. Okay, so it's a 4-week intensive course, but it's a good course. I enjoy teaching it. It's set up in terms of the video kind of setup. It's like this class, but you don't do multiple choice things. You do you make your own online portfolio. So you develop your own personal brand. You write a paper on Generation Z shopping, and so when you go to interviews, you can talk to companies. Hey, this is what I know about this. Oh wow, you know these things. So I really developed the course to make it so you have a portfolio to show people when you go look for a job. I like the course. Students in the summer like the course. So I have that, but because I have teach so many 320 sections, I can only teach it in the winter and the summer. So, and I know I have it this winter and this summer, and next year they might have me doing more 320s in the winter and summer. So then I won't be able to do it. So it's a class I really, really like. So if you can sign up for it, it'll be fun. It starts the 21st of December, goes through the 15th, but it's this class where you can watch the videos when you want, just get the homeworks done by Sunday night. And I switch it so it's Sunday night at 11:59. I learned that to switch that. Oh, Laurel, hey, nice. I wrote my college essay about backpacking near Big Sky, Montana. Nice. It's gorgeous out there. I was telling Yellowstone, but close enough. Hey, that's right. Close enough. I love it. I love it, Laurel. That's awesome. All right. Anything else? Oh, wait. Hold on, Aviv. Can you explain slide 4, topic 13? Slide 4, topic 13. That is pricing. Slide 4. The 5 C's of pricing. I'm guessing that's what you're looking for. So basically, when you're looking at the 5 C's of pricing, we're looking at what influences companies when they decide to do their pricing. So you have company objectives. So basically, what is a company like Walmart is never going to charge? Like their company objective is we want to be low price leaders, right? Aldi, we're going to be low price. You know, you're never going to pay a high price, and nothing fancy is going to be Aldi or Walmart. It's going to be cheap, right? And so that's why the company objectives we're going to be cheap. We're going to have these prices. It's going to be there. Whereas if it's Jaguar, Ferrari, no, they're all about we're high end. So if we're high end, means we're always going to charge high price. Even if we sell a keychain, it's going to be expensive. Okay. If you look at your customers, you have to look at what your customers can afford, what they want. That's going to influence your pricing. It's kind of like if I'm a bar in a university town, I know that, you know what, table service, probably not going to go over so well. But 50 cent, you call it, that's what people want. So that's going to influence what we do. Costs. Yeah, you have to always have the costs are going to influence your pricing because you have to know how much it costs you to actually make something because you don't make it up in volume if you lose money every single one you sell. So that's going to be there. Your competition is going to influence your pricing because you have to see what they're doing. Remember, Little Caesars had the $5 fast and ready pizza or whatever. Like, you just come and take it; they have it ready for you. It was a great success. And so Domino's and other pizza stores started to have their hot and ready pizzas as well because they saw that worked well, and they knew that look, we maybe we can't do $5, but we got to get close to $5 because that's what the competition's doing. So we got to do something, right? And so that's going to influence you. And then your channel members are all the people in your supply chain. You have to look and see is whatever that manufacturer's suggested retail price is. Make sure if they actually do charge that, is everybody going to get paid? Am I going to make money? Is the retailer going to make money? Is the delivery driver going to make money? That's going to be important. So all those things will factor into how you develop your pricing. So I hope that helps a little bit of Eve with topic 13, slide 4. JG, okay. Can you please explain more on the difference between the communication gap and the knowledge gap? Okay, so think of it this way. Knowledge gap is what I think you think. What knowledge I think you have about something, right? The communication gap is the difference between what I promise you and what I actually do. It's kind of like if I promise, oh, this class is going to be so easy, and the exams are impossible. You're like, wait a minute, there's a gap here. There's something missing. That's where the gap is. The gap is between what I promised and what I actually delivered or what I actually did. That's the communication gap stuff. The knowledge gap is the gap between what I think you think and what you actually do think. Okay, so what I usually talk about, like that's one of those things I miss out because in class we'll talk about this a lot. Because I'll be like, so what I think students want from a principles of marketing class, they want to learn the basics of marketing, they want to have some fun times with it and get a good grade. But then I'm like, what do students want? Like, dude, we don't want to learn marketing. We don't care. We're only here because it's required. So all their expectations are, look, I want to get I want to get a good grade and I don't want to work hard. Like I'm like, oh, okay. And so I see there's a difference, right? And so there's a gap between what I think they want and what they actually want, or what I think they want versus what they want. So you have that. So I hope that can help too. Any other questions I missed? Oh, and so the dog's in the other room. I have my door closed. Otherwise, you'd really hear the kids going crazy. He actually pops in quite often when we do stuff. So I have to because usually we have a house sitter that'll stay with him, but this time he was at doggy daycare for a little while. And so when he comes back from there, he's a little feral. And so he's like, I want to play now. So 4:00 this morning, he wakes me up with his big, huge ball that we go play fetch with. And he's like, wake up, fat man. It's time to go play with me. I'm like, dude, it's 4 a.m. Go to bed. It's like worse than my kids when they're little kids. So it's kind of funny. Let's see. Any other questions, concerns, comments, thoughts, reflections? because I know there's a delay. So I'll wait I'll wait a couple more minutes, and if nothing else happens, we'll leave with Laurel's thank you, and I'll say you're welcome. And there's Ansel, haha, just came through. So you can see the difference from when you get it, or when you type it, and then when I actually say it, so you have an idea there. So I'm going to type, let's see, I will type when it switches to 846. I'm going to hit the button, and then we can see what the difference is. So I'll go on my computer here. What it says. Yes, this is the excitement of the day. Feel free to ask any questions you'd like. Anything at all. Anyone? Going once, going twice. So I'll click when it's 846, and then I'll see when it shows up on the feed, and then we'll know what's going on. So let's see. This is the longest. I must have looked at that right when it switched to 845, because there it is, 846. Okay, so it's 846. Now I'm looking at the feed now to see when the 846 actually pops up. Of course, it's not showing up on here. Let's see. I don't know. What is it showing up? It hasn't shown up yet. Oh, dang it. I just did something. Thanks, David. You have a great night, too. All right. Oh, it only took about 45 seconds. Okay. So it's not that bad of a delay. Usually it's like 2 minutes. That's kind of cool. JG, I really enjoyed your class. So since this might be the last stream I'll see of you, I just want to say thank you, and you're an awesome teacher. Thank you, JG. I really appreciate that. Thanks for being in the class. It means a lot. I know you all have, well, actually, you all have pretty much had to take the class, but I still like to think you chose to take the class with me. So thank you very much. I hope you have a great rest of your semester, and good luck on your other projects and exams and everything. And good luck next semester. Aviv, you have a good night too. I'm going to wrap it up. I wish you all the best. Stay out of trouble. Be good. All right. I'm going to sign off. Thanks, everybody.